The gospel today begins with these words. When the days for Jesus to be taken up were fulfilled, he resolutely determined to journey to Jerusalem. This is a turning point in Luke's gospel. Jesus now sets his face towards Jerusalem, knowing what awaits him there. Preaching and healing, yes, but also rejection, betrayal, suffering, and death. Yet Jesus walks forward with determination, trusting completely in the Father's plan. And on his way there, he faces rejection. A Samaritan village refuses to welcome him. And the disciples, offended and angry, want to call down fire from heaven to punish them. But Jesus rebukes them. Why? Because their way is not his way. The way of Jesus is never revenge or destruction. His way is mercy, patience, and love. This passage today reminds us of three things. First, like Jesus, we must set our face towards God's will, even when it is difficult. Each of us will have our own Jerusalem, a cross we must carry, a sacrifice we must accept, or a duty that we have to fulfill. And Christian discipleship is not always easy, but it is where true life and resurrection are found. We have to set our face towards God's will. Secondly, rejection is part of the Christian journey. We will not always be understood or welcomed. And rejection hurts, whether in our family, our workplace, or even in our ministry. It wounds us when people close to our hearts are the ones who reject us. But Jesus shows us that rejection is not the end. It is an invitation to keep moving forward, to trust the Father, and to respond with patience instead of bitterness. And lastly, discipleship means choosing the way of Christ over our own impulses. The disciples thought they were being zealous, but their zeal turned into anger and revenge. But Jesus teaches us that his mission is not to destroy, but to save. True Christian zeal is expressed in mercy, not violence, in patience, not punishment, in forgiveness, and not fire. My dear brothers and sisters, as we continue this Holy Mass, let us ask the Lord for the grace to follow his example, to walk courageously towards our mission, to endure rejection with patience, and to always choose the way of love over the way of revenge. May our hearts be more like Christ's, strong in determination, gentle in rejection, and merciful in every response.